Hey everybody, it's Alexis. I am back with a brand new video. Thank you for being here. Today it's Monday. Let's start off the week talking about relationships, right? Manifesting your specific person. And today, let's talk about how to finally get movement, how to access and create and manifest the version of your SP that is calling, texting, doing all the things that you want them to do without having to do anything yourself, without having to manipulate the situation, or perhaps causing some inspired action in order to know what the heck to do in your manifesting journey. Okay. Before I get started, the links for booking one-on-one coaching, the one-on-one hypnosis, the links to all of my courses, pre-recorded hypno audios are in the box below. And actually, you guys, I had the cutest question on one of my videos that if you are watching this video and you asked a question about a video that was called Finally See Results with Your SP Part 3, and you were asking about what kind of makeup I was wearing. That is such a cute comment. It was so refreshing to see someone ask a question that had something to do with nothing about relationships, you guys. I love relationships, coaching about them, talking about them, but I was like, wow, someone is really asking about like me. Okay. So actually, funnily enough, I had to look at the video. I'm wearing the exact same shirt. Anybody else like an outfit repeater? I generally am not, but I do love this shirt and it's nice and lightweight. So I wear it pretty often. The makeup I was wearing in the video, it's so cute that someone asked this, is Monate. If you've not heard of Monate, this is not a video about products. I cannot put links to products in the description box, but because someone asked, it's Monate, M-O-N-A-T. It's like a company where you have to get like it's an Avon or something like that. So I have someone that I get it through. It's the best BB cream. It's amazing. It's also the same blush I was wearing and all that. So thank you for asking. Super cute comment. Now back to the video. Okay. So you guys, if you are, this is for you if you're not seeing movement in your reality with your person, if you are doing affirmations, if you watch videos, or if you're doing coaching and you're doing things and not seeing a lot of movement, or it just hasn't yet happened. That's the thing that we want to think about too, is if nothing has happened, if the manifestation itself is not coming through yet, it's one of two things. Either there is something a little bit missing that needs to be tweaked. And let's talk about that. How do we do that? And then number two, you guys, it just yet hasn't happened. It just yet hasn't been fully manifested. It just yet hasn't been fully created. Okay. So I had a moment yesterday in my own life where I was doing the laundry, doing things around the house. And I thought, it is so interesting that we come into a human experience. We embody the human body. You come in as energy, as a soul into your body. You maneuver through life as a little one. If you do or don't know, I have a 2.5-year-old who I'm usually watching maneuver, interestingly, through his own little life, Logan, right? We come into a body. We are that size. We get bigger. We get older. We grow. We go through relationships. We take on information. We take on beliefs. And then we find out, whoa, you're creating your reality. Wow, you're creating the people in your reality. And I thought, interesting that this moment that I'm experiencing now this was yesterday, but I thought this moment that I'm experiencing now is my ultimate creation point for the creation of my reality as a whole. And I myself have created all the aspects and things and my involvement and who I am in this current moment. Now, if anyone could be listening to my deep thoughts about the moment, it was very contradictory to probably how I looked. I think I was even eating like a bowl of pasta at the same time. Okay. So, but you guys, and it doesn't need to be a deep dive into a spiritual conundrum about why are we here and what are we doing? But what I do know is that you are creating your reality. And yes, you are creating what people are doing. You're creating who you are, which is the biggest thing to think about if you're not getting movement, and how to understand more deeply who you are, connect with yourself. But you are creating the experience that shows up outside of you. You are the ground zero. You are the creation point of it all. It comes from you. Now, we've often been thinking, misperceiving reality, that it's coming at us. And that's how it feels. That's how it looks. People, what they say, it's coming at us. People, what they do, it's coming at us. And then therefore we are at the effect of it. But I want you to start thinking really intrinsically about your reality as a whole, moment to moment. Even take out Like, I like to take moments of time out throughout the day to be like, oh, so this is really what's going on here. I am the creator of this experience. My experience is dictated by me, how I choose to perceive things, how I choose to perceive people, and what I am deciding is happening. Okay. Now, that's a very quiet thought to have instead of, I'm the one creating my reality. Everybody comes from me. It's a projection of me. No, you want to talk to yourself in a way that is gentle, pleasing, and probably the opposite way, first of all, that you tend to talk to yourself most of the time. In my video last week, I talked about the voices that come in and what do you hear? Essentially, what are the thoughts that you think outside of the gentle, self-loving, self-actualizing, self-accepting voice that we are training you to have, that I am training you to access and then think your thoughts from and connect with, okay? Most of us, when you begin to consciously create and create the reality outside of you from within, you tend to hear a lot of negative voices. And I hear about it a lot from my one-on-one clients about, oh my gosh, Alexis, like I am focusing on what we're focusing on. I am thinking the affirmations and then it comes in. And I'm like, oh, okay. So tell me, what does it come in and say? And sometimes people have so many opposing voices, but generally speaking, you want to start noticing the differentiation between your true, authentic voice, or even just accessing that for the first time. That's where you want your affirmations to come from and to create your reality and to create the beautiful version of you. Whatever you're doing, this video is not a video about affirmations. It's about other things to do to create the version. Gosh, you guys, I think I have a bug bite or something. To create the version of the person that you want, that you're choosing, how to associate to them from within. Okay. But what you want to start thinking about too is, what voice am I using to affirm and to think and to consciously create my reality? Am I trying to fight a voice within me? Now, what I see a lot with people is that they're taking control of their mind. They're thinking new thoughts. They're generating a new feeling state by thinking new thoughts. They're feeling better. And then a voice will come in that will say like, oh, this is impossible for you. You can't do this. You can't have this. Right. And you want to ask yourself, instead of getting mad at the voice and overriding the voice with your affirmations, say, oh, so like, whose voice is this? Where did you start? Speak to it from a loving, self-accepting way, because it is a part of you. You might call it the shadow self. That's talked about in some self-help actualization theories, but it really all is you. But maybe it's not really the true authentic you. If you can begin to notice, like, whose voice does this sound like? Whose voice does that sound like? Well, why do I hear his voice this way? Why do I hear her voice that way? And start to say, oh, well, thank you so much for sharing, right? Your mind is generally trying to keep you in safety and sameness. Even if, I know this is crazy, right? Like, who needs this? But even if the safety and sameness is rejection and abandonment, if it's all your mind has ever known in relationships, it will do whatever it can do to keep you in rejection and abandonment, right? Now, the chosen authentic voice is trying to speak for you. You're speaking for you, essentially saying, as an example, I am so loved. I love you so much. If it was for me, Alexis, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you deeply, wholly, and completely. And then hearing your person say, I love you too, and accessing the version of them within you that's doing that. Now, let's talk about this, the version of them within you. And what is within you? The thing that I see that is something that's not as helpful is that most of us have spent our reality and trajectory as a whole living up here, living in our heads. Right now, if you are someone that is used to being disconnected from the moment, if you disassociate from what's going on, if you tend to tune out, if you easily feel kind of isolated or alone, then chances are, if I were to ask you some questions, you would tell me that, yes, Alexis, I live here. I live in my mind. I live so much in my head. I overthink it. It drives me crazy. And then you come to conscious manifesting. We talk all about affirmations and all about thoughts create, thoughts create, thoughts create. Guess what it does? That's not a very good thing for some people. If this is you, then congrats that you're seeing this video. It gives you permission to just be up here in your head. Now, the thing is this, you guys, your consciousness is 5% of who you are. Your subconscious, your super consciousness, the totality of you is about 90% of you, but your subconscious is all of you. Your subconscious right now is running your blood system, lymph system, endocrine system. Are the endocrine system and the lymph system the same? In any event, it's running all of the unseen silent processes of your body. Isn't that so amazing? Okay. Your subconscious also has the storehouse of memories, and it's holding in place who you are and who your SP is. Now, what you want to try to do is connect the two. Okay. I actually gave this exercise to a client. It's something that I use myself because she asked me, well, how do I connect to my body? Or she asked me for tips about it. If it's you, hey, I got inspired today. I'm doing my video because of us. And I think it will help a lot of people clear up some misconceptions about manifesting your reality and creating your relationship. Okay. So I like to think of it like this, you guys. There is my conscious mind, and then there is my subconscious mind. Now, if we think about it like this, the subconscious mind is all of us, totally such a big part of us that's being programmed by the conscious mind. We have to think of a way to connect the affirmations and the thoughts of the conscious mind. How do we connect them with the subconscious? Because she had asked me, how do I get it to sink in? And I said, oh, we're ready to go deeper. Okay. And so I had her practice this. So let's do this together, or you can try it in your own time. If you're someone that gets caught in your head, I'm going to keep my eyes open. You can close yours. First, you want to take one hand to your chest. You want to take one hand to your stomach. Close your eyes. Okay. Close your eyes and just do some deep breathing to connect to you. If you want to, you can put your consciousness, your awareness, which is just your focus, into your chest, into your stomach, into, like, for men, the groin area, for women, the womb area, which is also in relationships what we're accessing with intimacy. If this is the first time you're doing this, maybe take it a couple times to really connect with the greater, deeper part of you, connecting to the subconscious, connecting to the totality of the mind, because you guys, this is all you. You do not want to think about creating your reality as just some master list of affirmations that you're robotically affirming in the mind. I'm really not for that idea. The only time that I am for the idea of I just don't like the term robotic affirming, but is if you're really caught in a negative spiral of thought, to focus on what you want, because your thoughts do create. That's the thing. They do create, to use your thoughts to get you out of it by feeling the appropriate feelings. Okay. But the more that you can connect with you, the more that you can be in complete connection with you, the easier it is for you to access your emotions and your feelings, to be vulnerable with your person, whether it's your boyfriend manifesting an ex back, or creating a better relationship with your partner, husband, or wife. And you can really connect to you and what you're feeling in the moment. If we had actually been taught to do this as little ones, then it would have caused so much less conflict and so many less distortions about belief systems as they relate to people and relationships, that we would be seeing different statistics in the world. Okay, that's like a whole other body of work. But try this out. The moral of this video, the point of this video, is to get you to connect to you. And you guys, ding, 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 to connect to the version of the person that you are manifesting. Now, the thing is this, like I said, the version of the person exists in your subconscious. So you want to find a way to sync the version that you are choosing, feeling into, deciding, and affirming into your greater mind. Now, again, how do we do that? This is what I did way back in the day when I was first learning and teaching myself and training my whole mind-body experience, that people exist within me. So I would play around with this. I thought, okay, if everyone exists within me and they're a manifestation of who I expect and who I decide who they are, then I got to figure out who they are. I was like, wait, what? Hold on. Okay. I'm serious, you guys. This was really my path to understanding this information, implementing it, and then now doing this full-time for a career. Okay. So I would sit and I would be like, well, if everyone exists in me, then, like, first of all, I would practice being with me. Okay. Who are they? Now, oftentimes you've heard me probably say a list doing, and this is the same thing, but it's really getting in touch with who deeply do I determine them to be? And usually, you guys, if you're not getting a text message, if something is not coming through, there is something deep within you about the version of the person that is stopping it from happening. Now, people tell me one-on-one things and I pick things apart. I actually had a client. Oh, I had a quote from someone today, this week. Oh my gosh, these videos are so, like, sometimes like today, last minute. So I'm not prepared, but I am prepared. I'm prepared. That she, when we talked about getting into a deep dive of her stuff, she wanted me to tell everybody a quote that she said. She said, you got to tell people. And I'm finding all my other notes about create your reality. I intend. Oh, here we go. Okay. She said, I could never have done this on my own. She was talking about coaching. I could not have found this from watching videos, right? Now, because I told her we needed to think deeply about what she wanted and what she wanted him to be doing and how she wanted him to be treating her. She had a lot of affirmations, and this is someone I worked with off and on for different things. She was actually a success story way back when. I don't have the actual success story handy. It would take me too long because I didn't plan this video out to find the exact video. But good news is this was like 4 years ago. They are still together. They are still married. She just wanted to manifest something else in the relationship, in the marriage. Okay. So she had a ton of affirmations, right? She's gone through some periods of being frustrated, angry, etc. about this. And I finally said to her, this is more about something else. We got all the affirmations. I get it, but this is way more. He will do all the things. He will take all the actions. This wasn't about a phone call because they're connected. They live together, but it was about him doing some things, taking action. I said, we need him. It was more about her being included, him caring about her, him putting her first is what I uncovered in her talking. But she really wanted me to tell everyone that she could have never figured it out on her own and not from watching videos. And remember, you guys, your mind is particular to you. It is not, the answer is oftentimes like my videos are here to motivate you, to get you to think deeply, to give you some exercises, to give you logistical affirmation or information to keep you on track. They're also for clients of mine to keep them motivated, but they are not to take place of one-on-one deep dive coaching. And I am never trying to sell myself. I am just trying to reiterate my belief in the personal process of working through your issues with a person. So I spent so much time and resources investing in myself to become a coach, to become a hypnotherapist. Like we're talking years, you guys. I went to school for years and invested so much practical time and everything, and in hiring and mentors and everything. So I just thought, what a great way to say that from someone that's not me. Okay. So let's get back to the video. Okay. So anyways, let's talk about this. Who's the version of them within you? Now, first of all, you want to just look at when you really dive into yourself and really sit with yourself and without thinking of all your affirmations, put that aside for now. Thinking, who are they? How do I determine them to be? What are the adjectives? Essentially, what are the post-its? What are the deep assumptions that I have about who they are? Even allow yourself to associate to the them that currently exists within you. Okay. And you want to ask yourself, okay, who are they really? Who are they really? Who are they really? What's this about? And usually you will come up with a bunch of negatives. Now, once you have the negatives, the answer is to think and feel and enact and create from the same way, the version of them that is different. For each person, the version that you have created on your own is going to be different than the version that you want to create. Like my marriage and my relationship is different than yours. So if I want to create something within mine, the block essentially, or what I have put and created on my person, is going to be different than you. But try this out. Begin to investigate yourself. You guys, if the person is not doing what you want them to do and you're so frustrated, this is usually the reason. There's usually something sneaky. It's usually so sneaky, so minute, sometimes so small that it can cause a huge shift in your consciousness to associate to them differently. And then it all comes through. This is like what I've talked about manifesting and creating deep connection, deep love, deep vulnerability with the person. You got to go deep about this. You want to be thinking also like, okay, in my scenario, who am I? How do I associate to myself to be? This reminds me of the client I had, 3-part success story, like the one I referenced about the makeup at the beginning of this video. She had a lot of post-its and she had created the self when we did this deep dive. And I said, tell me who you are within your marriage. Tell me who you are within your relationship. She had a lot about, now she had resentment to her husband about him not doing enough. And she had taken on the label of I do everything. Okay. So I said, well, do you see how your label on self of I do everything, I'm responsible for it all, I'm the doer, I get it done, I'm so much better, is causing you to see he doesn't do everything, and then you're frustrated, and then he does less and less and you do more and more. And I said, I need us to feel and decide and think and associate you for you within you. Might sound weird, but you for you within you about the one that is receiving support, receiving comfort, receiving, who is having fun, having a good time, and who is doing less, right? He is doing more, but you got to see yourself differently and see them differently, see the relationship differently. It is all a creation of you, okay? But this video is really for those of us who spend and get stuck in our heads, right? And maybe your body has not been a safe place for you to inhabit, is the other thing. There's a fair amount of people who are very logical focused because here, the place below the shoulders, they just have not spent a lot of time associating to. And frankly, it's very much the way of the world. We're very in a go, do, Instagram. Hearing I'm on YouTube though, but it's the only way to get the point across. Social media focused, what's happening next, what happened yesterday, what's going on kind of society, that it can cause you to get very caught up in here. So you got to check in with you and decide to be connected with you. Again, the more that you are connected with you, your authentic self, your true self, the who you are creating yourself to be, the easier it is to move through the relationship and situation with your person. And so it's interesting because as I've had clients do this, people have uncovered things, right? Like, oh, as I connect with my body, I realize I am so insecure about this in my body or this body part, okay? So don't be dissuaded by that. Remember that your subconscious mind is the totality of you, and it's your master house for creation. It's your master house for manifestation because it's you. Your conscious mind controls the subconscious mind. So start experimenting, hand on the heart, hand on the stomach, breathing into and sitting with who you are, accessing and asking yourself, who is the version of them and who is the version of me? Like, first of all, who the heck are we? Now, again, the answer though is to think and feel deeply in your body, within your mind, of who you want them to be, who you want the person to be, how you want them to show up for you. Again, you guys, who you decide them to be is who they end up being, is the crazy thing. It is just true. If you have not yet seen the full manifestation of your person in the version of your choosing, it is because there is something about them within you. Now, I say deep within you because it's in the subconscious, but it's not so difficult or so embedded or so ingrained or such a deep belief that I can't change it. None of that's true. Your moment-to-moment thoughts, like in that epiphany I had yesterday, your moment-to-moment thoughts are what are creating the reality that you're going to be experiencing and are experiencing anyways. So nothing is too ingrained or too hardened into fact within you or too much of a deep belief to change your intrinsic thoughts about. It's all about a shift in perspective. It's all about a shift in perception. It's all about a shift in the story and making things beneficial for you, working for you, on your side, seeing that everything is moving forwards, okay? So I intend and I hope, I trust that this video clears up how to get movement if you're not seeing any, how to associate to the version of the person that you really are desiring. Like in past videos, I've used pens. So here we have the pens, yellow pen, orange pen. I've also got this cute neutral colored black pen. And I also have a couple makeup items. I have a lipstick. I have an eyebrow gel. Oh, this is by the same company, Monat, if you're curious about my foundation cream. Okay, so think of it like this. These are all the people that exist in your deeper mind. These are all the people. There is you. This is the prime one. There is you and who you choose yourself to be. There is your person. There is brother and your mom. Okay, everybody exists within you, but they are moldable and changeable by changing who you associate them to be at the deep level, at the true level of you, the subconscious level of you, which is right here with us. They change out there. Okay. I do not have my water today. My throat is getting so itchy. But you guys, this is the biggest game changer. And this is where creating your reality gets really exciting because you can see so much movement by intrinsically associating to and feeling into and deciding people are who you want them to be. Okay. It's up to you. You create your reality, your thoughts, your perception, your focus, which creates your feeling state, which create who you are. It projects out, it creates your reality. So it's all up for grabs. It's all possible for you. Whatever you're desiring, whatever you're wanting, use that as a jumping off point to think about who are they now and who am I deciding that they are. Who you decide they are is who they are eventually. It conforms, they conform, it all comes together. And that's why who they have been has nothing to do with who they can be. Okay. And that's my video for the week. I am wishing everyone the best, enjoying if you are in North America, enjoying the fall season to its fullest. Celebrate yourself, tell yourself how awesome and how brave and how courageous you are for embarking on creating your reality, being in control of your thoughts and moving through it. Okay. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.